You know what I was listening to today?
What?
Square Guy 3.
Woo!
Every time I listen to it, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. I was like, man, this shit good.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
All right, and then I can finish that later. Okay.
Oh, I ate too much today.
Oh, did you?
And I had one meal.
I hit start.
I know that. I see
Oh.
that.
Okay. Well, what did you? You had one meal and you ate
we got
too
steak,
much?
shakes, and cakes for lunch.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
And my mom got cheesesteak and a soda.
Ooh.
I got a cheesesteak, a shake, some loaded fries.
And
I was drinking a beer with it too.
Man, had nothing but carbs today. No wonder you're fucking heavy.
And no wonder my metabolism is dead.
Bro, if you would have eaten that many carbs and then went to the gym, if you do that every day...
Do I look like a person that wants to go to the gym? Exactly.
No, you really don't.
I didn't cancel my gym membership for nothing.
I was going to say, you had that gym membership and went how many times?
Well, I went a lot, but when COVID started, and then didn't,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
didn't,
True.
and then didn't.
Anyway, roll the intro music.
Take it away, Penny.
Hello and welcome back into the garden with Two Peas in a Podcast. I'm your host, Sean, with my co-host, Penny. Penny.
I actually started really coughing there for a minute.
Oop. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
It was just...
But yes, welcome back into another episode of Two Peas in a Podcast. Today's going to be a Spider-rific episode. We're going to talk nothing but Spider-Man.
Except real quick, you know what I did today?
What'd you do
Actually, not that long before you got here.
What'd you do not that long before I got here?
Purchased Superman on digital.
I'm going to purchase it when
You
I get
didn't
paid.
do it yet?
No, not yet.
I thought you would have done it by now.
No, I've had a lot going on that I've needed money for.
I
so
got a lot going on every day, and you.
Yeah. I'm gonna get there though. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna buy it when I get paid.
I actually bought it because I'm not gonna finish my thought.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I love you.
What were you saying?
Wait.
Man got lost in the sauce for a second.
Actually, I am lost in the song.
No, we're both exhausted today. It's currently
It is
8:30
8:30 p.m. I almost said in the morning.
in the PM. This is the latest we've ever recorded.
It's 69 o'clock.
What he said. Yeah, I've got a headache. I just came back from the beach. He just came off of work.
Beach? Yeah, I was
And
working
he's-
extra, fellas.
And he's tired. So this is going to be a rough 2 episodes you're about to listen to this week and next week.
We haven't even gotten into the meat of it yet.
Yeah.
We talk about
This or this or this.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about Spider-Man.
Yes. So we're going to do like a really quick ranking of all the... We're only talking live action.
Yes.
We're not going to get into the Spider-Verse movies or
No.
anything. So we're going to talk just the 8 live action movies.
Yes.
Rank them a little bit. We're also going to go a little bit more in depth on how we feel about each actor that has played Spider-Man. And then a little bit of what we want to see or what we're looking forward to coming in Brand New Day. Because there's been a lot of info coming out about that movie now that they're in production.
You know what tomorrow is?
What's tomorrow?
A brand new day.
I mean, you're technically right. It's a day that nobody's ever seen.
Well, yeah, because the day over today.
Yes.
Yee.
But
Yee.
yeah, so there's not really going to be any sort of structure here. I mean,
do you want to what? Sorry.
No, I was going to say some of these Spider-Man movies we've already talked about, like, in depth in, like, our past rankings, especially the Tom Holland trilogy we talked a lot about. But we haven't really talked about how we feel about the Tobey trilogy and the Andrew duology. So we're going to do that in this episode. So
Yes.
stick around. Hey,
Stick around and
Yeah.
find out.
I'm strong and sticky.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
I'm proud. Did you see that TikTok I sent you of SpongeBob and Whiplash?
Yes.
It was
Yes, I did.
It was really good.
Squidward and Invincible.
Louder. All right, so I guess we'll just start with the ranking.
Yeah,
and then we can just go.
We
from
don't need
there.
to go back and forth. We'll just do our rankings. real
Yeah,
quick.
so there's 8 live action ones. We're gonna
8.
rank them from our least favorite to favorite. Josh, you go first because I'm still figuring mine out because I
All
got
right.
here a little late.
I know. I kind of just figured. It took me like 2 seconds to figure this out. So least to most favorite is number 8 is Amazing Spider-Man 2 for obvious reasons.
Ooh.
Number 7 is Amazing Spider-Man 1 again for obvious reasons. Number 6 is Spider-Man 3. Number 5 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 4 is Spider-Man 1, the one that started it all. Number 3 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Oh, I'm sorry. I switched these.
Ooh.
Number 4 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 3 is Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is Spider-Man 2. And number 1, of course, is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes. Okay, so our list is basically the same. It would have been the same if you didn't switch those, because my number 8 is TASM 2. My number 7 is TASM. My number 6 is Spider-Man 3. 5 is Homecoming. 4 is the original Spider-Man. 3 is Far From Home.
Yeah, I figured you would rank Far From Home higher.
3 is Far From Home. 2 is Spider-Man 2, and 1 is No Way Home. So our list is very similar.
Yeah, because I know
you just like the original one better.
Yeah, and also because I know how how biased you are with Far From Home. Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I just know because we always talk about it, and you always talk about Mysterio and all that. Not that Mysterio's not great; he's awesome.
I love Mysterio.
Every time I watch the original Spider-Man, the original Raimi one, I'm like, damn, this really feels this. When I'm watching that one, it feels like watching a comic, kind of like how Superman is.
Which one? The original Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 1, yes.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Sam Raimi, he filled that trilogy with so much sauce. Like, even Spider-Man 3, which is the weakest of the trilogy, is still really fun.
Spider-Man is the spaghetti, and Raimi filled it with so much sauce.
I did not know where you were going with that, but I'll take it because I love spaghetti. I'm actually going to make spaghetti when I get home.
You do that.
It's going to be like 10:30 p.m., but there's never a wrong time
That's
for
all right.
pasta.
I'm going to drink another beer and watch Superman.
Oh, we should have got beers while we recorded this.
I have Yingling and the Cape May one in there. The Yingling is my mom's, but if you want one of those...
No, I don't want either of them.
Oh.
But if you want one while we record, you can do that.
No, I'm not going to drink because you ain't drinking.
Oh.
I'm not going to be like that.
I just don't like either of those options.
That's understandable.
But yeah, so you were still going on about the original Spider-Man with the sauce.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
All right, so then we did our ranking, so people know that's done. This is now. Do you want to just go through, like, we'll start talking about all 3 of the Tobys, then we'll go to TASM, and we'll do it in order? Okay, so the Tobey Maguire movies are what we grew up on.
Yes.
I know they were a little bit early in our lives.
I mean, I was 4 when the first one came out.
And I was
Obviously,
2.
I was still young, but...
A young lad.
The fact that I was born the same year Blade came out...
That is wild. I never
It is
thought about
shocking.
that. I was born the same year and the same week that How the Grinch Stole Christmas came out.
Talk about that Grinch. The Grinch.
The Grinch. But yeah, so the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
So
everyone
as someone
knows
who's
about.
been around as long as virtually every Marvel... Oh, no, I can't say that. Well, no, Fantastic Four didn't come out, so that don't count.
Wait,
Someone-
have you actually? Was Blade the first ever Marvel movie?
I believe it was.
Huh.
I think. Either that or it was the first modern one.
Well,
but
I was going to say, we'll say like the first
I don't know if they did any
live action.
because they did DC movies back.
Yeah, it wasn't the first comic book movie for
Ti-
sure.
a ti-
I
some
think
time ago.
Superman was.
Superman, yes, it was.
And then Marvel didn't get up until at least the
Superman
late 90s.
was the first time they adapted a comic to a movie and did it the right way.
Yeah,
But then it was also the 70s, so it was like,
still off.
still, yeah.
But
40 years
the fact that there we go. The fact that the Tobey Maguire trilogy is over 20 years old at this point, and people still talk about it, just goes to show you how nostalgic that those movies are and how good they are.
Well, I mean, when you watch it, it's like, again, it's like when you're watching Superman. You feel like you're like just watching a comic on TV
Yeah.
or on the screen. Like
Yeah,
each shot that Raimi does is so like
Yeah, the
so
cinematography.
similar to a panel.
Yeah, the cinematography is great. If you rewatch them now, even the CGI holds up.
Oh, yeah.
There's obviously some parts where he looks very jello.
When the
and,
CGI in
rubber.
those holds up better than in some modern Marvel movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking back in my brain, and the only scene that's really bad with CG in the original Spider-Man movie is the scene where he just comes out of the wrestling match, and he's like running through the alley, and when he jumps on the wall,
Oh, yeah.
and he's climbing up it, that
Yeah.
kind of shot. He does look a little bit rubbery and plastic.
Yeah.
But it still transitions when he starts swinging. Transitions so beautifully, and you can't even tell.
It
It's
just
so good.
It just works though because like and Toby, now I know a lot of people say Toby's a good Spider-Man,
Yeah,
but not a good Peter.
yeah,
But his Peter did what he needed to do.
yes.
And I give him credit for that.
Yeah, he's very good. It was also the introduction of a Spider-Man that didn't need web shooters.
Yes.
But that's just because the production team couldn't really figure out how to properly
Yeah.
do it and not make it look stupid.
And then they decided to keep it, canon. They didn't change it later
Yeah.
on.
Which I liked.
Which I like, yeah.
Um,
But it's an interesting take on Spider-Man because you still get your campy villains
Yep.
that are still evil, like Green Goblin.
Which we'll get
But
into. He
it's
needs
still,
the whole segment
it's
by
still
himself.
campy, like in the comics, which I do respect that.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why I like it so much is because it's more accurate to the. I shouldn't say accurate, but I should say it has more of a comic book tone than some of the other ones.
And I will say this movie was in production before 9/11, and then it was coming out after that. I'm not trying to make light of that tragic disaster, even though we make jokes about it all the time. But I do think 9/11 helped that movie because without 9/11, that like final scene where all the New Yorkers are on the bridge throwing stuff at Goblin, saying, "If you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us." It maybe would have felt not like Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, it did kind of. Yeah,
Spider-Man's supposed to be that hero that brings people. Same with Superman, brings people together, even though a lot of the time they don't agree with each other. But when they're threatened, they come together as a force and as a city to take on whatever it is. So in that regard, it was good for the movie. It was also kind of I mean, honestly, the way it worked was kind of bittersweet.
Knowing them, they probably could have done that as like a reshoot later on afterwards.
Yeah, and all the posters for the Spider-Man movie had like Spider-Man on a building, and the reflection in his eyes had the Twin Towers. That's such a fire poster.
Remember the teaser trailer that had the Twin Towers in it?
It was so good, but like and then the tragedy.
But
happened,
Spider-Man, the Raimi trilogy, where of course, where it has its falters, like in Spider-Man 3, but Spider-Man 3 isn't even that bad.
Yeah.
It actually does kind of hold up a little bit now.
Yeah, and
like
it's still
where there's some
connected.
iffy parts, yeah. Was there a little bit of an overabundance of villains? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's
For
still
what it was, it's fun.
for what it was. Yeah, it's fun and it still holds up today.
Yes. And I don't know if I've ever said it on the podcast, but I've definitely said it to you. Spider-Man 3 could have been really good, and it could have led perfectly into Spider-Man 4, where in Spider-Man 3, when Topher Grace gets the symbiote on him and then he lunges at the camera, if the movie would have ended there, if he lunges and it goes to black and you start the credits, you end the movie there, and then you set up Spider-Man 4, and then you can have a Sinister Six, because Mysterio and the Vulture were supposed to show up. So you have Mysterio, Vulture, Venom,
Yeah, they could have made that work.
Sandman,
They could have made 3.
Harry's Green Goblin.
Yeah, they
You could have maybe introduced a lizard.
They could have made 3 have basically just Eddie Brock the whole time, and then turn him into Venom with the symbiote, and then lead into 4 where they have the Sinister Six.
And that would have been super comic booky, because comic books end like that. They end it's like a character is like Peter would hit the bell, the symbiote would fall off him onto Eddie Brock, and then the comic would just be like, find out next time on Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 57.
Find out next time in Spider-Man issue 69.
Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, no, and then I mean the villains. You had Green Goblin in the first one. You had Doc Ock in the second one, and then you had Sandman, Venom. You had
Sandman,
I'm gonna call him Hobgoblin.
Venom.
Harry Osborn Goblin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Hobgoblin.
I think he was supposed to be like an amalgamation of Green Goblin and Hobgoblin.
Yeah, they never specifically called him Green Goblin or Hobgoblin.
He was pretty ugly looking.
But I mean, it's James Franco. He's not a good-looking guy.
Tell that to James Franco fans. Oh,
but-
wait, they're not around
But
anymore.
that's
I
the other
forgot.
thing too. I do like Harry's story arc throughout all three of them. I think it makes sense. It's very good. He thinks Spider-Man killed his father, and then in the second one, he finds out Spider-Man is Peter Parker, his quote-unquote best friend, and then the third one, he snaps. I really like that. I don't think, as much as I love him, I don't think we needed the Willem Dafoe cameos in 2 and 3. Maybe have it at 2, but 3, I think we could have done without it. But
It does work, though, because it's kind of like his dad's kind of like
yeah, it still works.
talking to him from beyond the grave.
Yes.
Woo.
But yeah, so we've talked about Tobey Maguire. We love him. His suit is great. I love all of his suits. But let's talk about the villains. Obviously, Green Goblin is the standout. He's so good. Willem Dafoe being all
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
piss yellow eyes on his helmet. He looks like an action figure brought to life. But I love that because that is very superhero.
Looks like a jaundiced G.I. Joe doll.
Yes. Jaundice Eye Joe.
Jaundiced Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from, Jaundiced Joe?
But then you had this great villain with Green Goblin in the first one, and then went to a very, very strong villain. I don't know if he's better, but you went to Doc Ock in the second one, who's also
I think
very
it's just
good.
Alfred Molina that carried Doc Ock.
I think so. I think Alfred Molina is definitely the standout in that movie.
Oh, 100%.
And it's got one of the best shots ever in a Spider-Man movie, where Tobey's swinging through the city, and the camera glides out, and you find out it was a reflection in Doc Ock's glasses the whole time.
Yeah.
Crazy transition, crazy shot. But yeah, and then the third one, I guess we'll just talk about Venom.
The third one happened.
Yeah,
Had some stuff go on.
yeah. Sandman is great. I think he's the standout in that one.
Oh yeah.
Sandman is
When
so
you find
good.
out that he was responsible for killing Uncle Ben,
Yeah,
but it's like he didn't do it on purpose.
yeah, it was all an accident.
It was like, he didn't want to do it, and then he got accidentally killed, and it's like, then Peter's like, I forgive you at the end.
Oh man, that gets me.
That gets me.
That gets me.
Yeah.
That, and even when Sandman first turns into Sandman,
The fact that he gets closure for Uncle Ben
is so nice.
with a villain is like really good.
Yeah, it's so good. And then yeah, when he gets turned into Sandman, he's trying to grab his daughter's necklace.
Oh yeah.
And it's just falling through his hand.
Falling through his sand.
Sand. His sand hand. His shand. Sand.
Fennec Shand, what?
Yeah, the Tobey Maguire. We don't really need to talk about it. Everyone knows the Maguire trilogy is great. So let's move on to the duology that has
All
a
right,
lot of misunderstandings.
Andrew Garfield redeemed himself in No Way Home because the biggest issue with the Mark Webb duology is the writing. The acting isn't bad. The acting is not bad. The cinematography is not bad because it's supposed to be from the Amazing Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a little bit darker. It's supposed to be a little bit different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the lighter tone like Spider-Man from Raimi. It's the darker, sadder Peter
Yeah.
with Gwen Stacy, who does end up dying at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the second one, which is a comic thing.
Yes.
It's like this Peter and these movies do fit the tone of the Amazing era.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of the writing was kind of
I also don't think it worked out because
that's the biggest issue with some of these comic book movies is if you don't get the writing right as far as trying to adapt it, like if you kind of ignore using the comics for references and kind of just do your own thing, it's not going to come out very good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Fan Four Stick.
I don't want to look at it.
I don't want to look at it either.
I don't want to look at naked thing penis.
I mean, even the writing in the 05-07 was not that great either.
Oh no.
They were just better because they were lighter toned.
Yeah.
The ultimate storyline in Fan Four Stick was just so poorly executed.
But that goes all the way back to we mentioned it at the top of this, Blade. Blade had horrible writing.
Oh yeah.
What's the one quote everyone remembers from Blade? Some motherfucker's still trying to ice skate uphill, or whatever that quote.
Oh,
like, that
yeah,
quote.
yeah.
That quote's not even written. That was an improvised line by Wesley Snipes, and that's the only thing people remember.
He
from
would
that movie.
improvise that too.
They remember that, and it wasn't written.
No, but like, that's the biggest problem and that's the biggest problem with these is, I don't think enough reference was used to be able to write, or just whoever wrote these didn't do it exactly very good.
Yeah, I also think...
Nothing against people like Andrew Garfield or Emma Stone
or even Mark Webb.
Or even Mark Webb. Mark Webb, I thought, did a great job with the tone, the shots and the tone of the movie.
Yeah, I think if that movie would have came out now, like, it didn't happen, right? And obviously that means we wouldn't have gotten No Way Home, or if it would have been very different. But I think if those movies came out now, or like around the like Snyderverse, where superhero movies were getting darker tones, I think it would have worked out beautifully.
It's kind of funny because technically they kind of did, because Amazing Spider-Man was 2012.
Yeah, in 2014. So it was
Man
like
of Steel was 2013.
But it also sucked because you had the MCU was now starting, and people were used to
and
that
that's the thing.
Jokey, campy,
They were used to
stuff.
the MCU.
Yeah.
So when you were getting stuff outside of it, it's like, oh well, it already wasn't as good as what Disney was doing.
Yeah, and people, the only Spider-Man they had was Tobey and the Sam Raimi trilogy, which are beloved.
Because this was before Tom Holland.
Yeah. So when Andrew came on the scene, a lot of comic book nerds were down for it because they understood. They were like, this is a different universe, different tone.
I think a lot of people were expecting it to match the tone so they could incorporate them in.
Yeah.
But then they didn't. They kept it outside, which is fair because it's a different timeline.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time. Like, comic book people knew. They were like, this is all technically connected, but they'll probably never say it. And then they did eventually.
Yeah.
But for the modern moviegoer, they don't understand that this is a different tone. The only thing they know from Spider-Man is the original 80s and 90s cartoon and the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
Yeah.
So that is their version of Spider-Man. If you change anything about that, it's going to make people sour. And that's what the Webb duology did, which was change everything about it. They made it to where he had to make his own web shooters, which people weren't really into. They thought that was weird, but that's technically how it was and is in the comics origin.
It's funny because I didn't even know that back then.
Yeah, like a lot of people, I didn't know that back then. And then
I thought that the organic web
was what it is.
Was what it was supposed to be, yeah.
And then also, people didn't know who the fuck Gwen Stacy was because they were like, well, where's the redhead? Where's Mary Jane? Where's MJ? And then you also are like, who was the villain in the first movie? Lizard. Who the fuck is this Lizard guy? Like, that's a great villain, and I love the Lizard. I think he's really good.
And Rhys Ifans was a good Lizard.
Fantastic. He's the standout. And well, Andrew was really good in the first one, but
yeah, I think Andrew was more of a standout in the first one.
And then you also throw in the fact that Peter's parents were when the movie starts. You see Peter's parents. That's not. People are like, wait. What? Like, everything about it was just different and weird, and that's why the movies didn't work. And then because they didn't like the first one, they said, I'm not going to watch the second one.
And the second one was really not any better.
Oh, no.
The standout in that one, we got to say, was Jamie Foxx.
No? No, I do not like
Really?
Jamie. No, I think Andrew was the actually, I think Emma Stone was the standout in the second one.
Okay,
and
that's
Andrew
fair.
was the standout.
That's fair.
But don't get me, I love Jamie Foxx, and I think his character in that movie is handled well enough for the story they're telling. I really don't think that his switch to villainy was set up long enough. I think him getting these
and
it was messy.
And now that you say that, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's messy. Like, he really was just like, oh, people don't like me, so I'm gonna be evil.
Yeah, he was kind of like
what?
Spider-Man didn't wish me a happy birthday. Like,
yeah, or like, oh, Spider-Man didn't remember my name. Bitch, he has to fucking. How is he gonna do that?
You know,
Why and how?
now that you say that, I'm changing my opinion because now I think about it. Because now I'm remembering, and I'm like,
I think him before he becomes Electro. I like his bumbliness, his dropping his blueprints, and he almost gets hit by the car, and Spider-Man saves him. I like that. I don't think his switch to villainy makes
he's another
sense.
character that is redeemed in No Way Home.
Yes,
I think everybody that got kind of
Shafted.
shafted got redeemed in No Way Home.
Yes, but I think also that helped that is, first of all, the better writing. The writing in No Way Home is fantastic, and it makes sense. But also now modern audiences are accustomed to the multiverse, and it makes sense to them. So they understand that, oh, these 3 Spider-Man are all different, but that's because they're not from the same universe, and they're all actually different.
Exactly.
So people understood that better. But the Mark Webb duology, while it is at 7 and 8 for us, I still have fun with the first one, and the second one is there.
It's a movie, yeah.
Well, okay, we're going to get into this later, but I will also say, I think Spider-Man TASM 2, I think the opening to that movie is the greatest opening to any Spider-Man movie ever. When he's falling and it's beep, 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 beep. His theme is probably, I was going to say probably the best, but Tobey's is really fucking good.
Yeah, Tobey's takes the cake, I'm sorry.
But Andrew's is really good too. With the fucking
it's good.
The trumpets and the horns and the very brassiness.
It's good, but it can be better.
But it can be better. And it was better.
Tobey's was better.
But Andrew's suit in TASM 2 with the big white eyes is very beautiful. I do think it works, and I like that you can see the fabric like moving in the wind when he is falling. It's very nice.
Moving in the wind.
But like other than that, I don't think the TASM movies they are just the weakest.
Oh, they are the weakest, and I can attest to that.
Yeah. And that sucks because I do think Andrew had the Also, the other thing people were weird about is because Andrew Garfield is a very good-looking man. Tobey Maguire plays that nerdy, not cool kid very well, and that's again what people knew.
It's funny
Spider-Man
because
as.
they say Tobey was a great Spider-Man and Andrew was a great Peter, and it's like, but he's supposed to be this nerdy kid.
Yeah, I think him rolling around on a skateboard in class is not.
Yeah.
That's Eddie Brock. No, that's Flash Thompson.
That's Flash Thompson. Yeah.
But not. I will say Flash Thompson has a really good change of heart in the first TASM movie. When Uncle Ben dies and Flash comes up to Peter and he's like, "Look, man, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, I understand." And Peter's like really like about.
Yeah, but he was also
him.
like goofy looking.
He was very goofy looking.
I mean, he was no Joe Manganiello.
Bro, Joe Manganiello.
He was no Joe Manganiello.
This
he was,
man was 40
no Tony
in high school.
Revolori. Like Joe Manganiello was like 30.
He was like almost
playing a high school kid.
Playing a high school kid, but
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
But that was the time. Like that was how it was back then. Everybody in high school played like they were all 30.
If you weren't 75 years old playing an 18-year-old, then
were you even an actor?
Were you even an actor? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I can attest to seeing Henry Winkler play, Peter
Ben.
No, Peter Parker.
Henry Winkler is Uncle Ben in the MCU? Yeah, and then we could go into the Tom Holland ones, but I think we've talked about
them enough. We know Tom Holland is the best of both worlds here.
Get the best of both. I'm sorry, Miley.
That's copyrighted.
But yeah, so
his movies are now his movies aren't like full on your typical Spider-Man movies because they are a different origin story because he's not he's getting practically raised by these very important people. Like you got Tony Stark in Homecoming, you've got Nick Fury and Mysterio in Far From Home, you've got Doctor Strange in No Way Home. Like, he's kind of got people with him. But we'll get into this later.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different than how Tobey's were or Andrew's.
Yeah, but I think it works.
It does work. It's a different origin for him.
Yes, and I think that's good. I think that's okay. I think like a lot of people complain that they're like, "Oh, this Spider-Man is just Iron Man Jr." And it's like, well, I mean, that's kind of like what the story is telling us. But he's like, even in Far From Home, Happy, Jon Favreau, beautiful man, looks at the fucking Peter, but almost in camera, and goes, "You're not Iron Man. You're never going to be Iron Man. So be you." Like, I feel like that was for us, the audience, being like, yo, this Spider-Man is not Iron Man Jr., and we're about to show you why and how.
You know what's crazy? I watched a YouTube video that merged the ending of Far From Home and the beginning of No Way Home together. Mm-hmm. And it basically feels like one long movie because the way it transitions directly from that, from Far From Home into No Way Home, it's like because
Yeah.
it's basically the exact same moment.
Yeah.
And like you're watching it, and like you see the ending of Far From Home where Peter's finding out that May and Happy are breaking or were in a relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like
whatever that
and then
was.
like 5 minutes later they're breaking up.
Yep.
It's like
It
that's
is kinda
funny.
funny.
That's actually funny as shit.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah, because
Yeah.
oh my God, you're right.
Yeah,
I
literally.
didn't even think about that
he's
one.
like, "Are you guys in a relationship?" And they're like,
yeah, because she's wearing the same
and
outfit.
then literally 5 minutes later, in the video,
Peter caused that argument.
yeah, he is literally 5 minutes later is when Happy's at the door and they're breaking up.
Peter is the
It's
reason.
like it's so funny.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
because the movies were so far apart. You didn't think about it.
Yeah, no,
If you
wow.
put them back to back, it's like
she's wearing the same outfit.
yeah. You put
and
them
they're-
back to back, it's like that's
Whoa.
really funny.
Damn, you just blew my fucking spider mind. That's
Look
crazy.
at you should try to find that. I'll see if I can find it and send it to you.
I don't even probably
It
need to
basically
find it. I might
merges
just-
the end of Far From Home, like the end and then the mid-credit scene
Yeah.
together
Mhm.
with the beginning of
No Way Home.
No Way Home,
Wow.
and it basically feels like one long movie.
Holy shit.
It's kind of funny.
Damn, that just made me like No Way Home even more, and I
Yeah.
didn't think that was possible.
It literally it's so funny.
I will. Have you been seeing the stuff about people not liking No Way Home now because they think they only liked it at the time because of the nostalgia, and now that they they say it's one of the most unrewatchable Marvel movies.
You know why people say that? Because
They're boring and they suck.
well, yeah, but people, I mean, we're past the nostalgia bait phase now.
Yeah.
Where like a bunch of movies were coming out bringing back classic characters, like you had No Way Home, you had Ghostbusters Afterlife, you had all those movies
Yeah.
that brought back classic actors from earlier movies. Even Deadpool and Wolverine is in that category.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of those are nostalgia bait at all. Like I can see why people interpret that as such, but
Yeah.
I think it's more of an homage to the people that played them before.
It's not so much nostalgia; it's about legacy.
Legacy,
think,
exactly.
yeah.
Like the legacy of the Raimi trilogy, the legacy of, well, the
Web movies.
the something of the,
The
web
TASM
duology, yeah.
I will say though, I do like that in No Way Home, Andrew does get that chance to be like, "Oh, I got bitter and I stopped holding
Yeah.
back my punches." That means the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man probably murdered his villains.
But it makes sense with
It
the
does.
amazing storyline.
Yes, and that does make people want to go back and get.
And then when
TASM
he
3,
redeems himself by saving MJ,
yeah, dude, that
it's
hit me.
like No
hit
Way
me so
Home.
hard.
No Way Home provided so much closure for the legacy of Spider-Man in film.
Yes.
It provided closure for you find out what happened with Toby's afterwards.
Yep.
You find out you find closure for Andrew Garfield's when he tells us about he turned bitter and was a darker Spider-Man, and then he saves MJ, and it kind of
Yeah.
like redeems him as a person mentally.
Yeah.
You redeem all the villains by turning them back to their normal selves, even Green Goblin.
Which, okay, you were saying that the No Way Home or the Far From Home ending and the No Way Home beginning connected. Somebody pointed out, and I think this is really nice and beautiful. Tom Holland's Peter made all of them, like, quote unquote, good before he sent them home. If you notice in all of the other Spider-Man movies, before they die or sacrifice themselves, they do be good. Like Norman Osborn, before he dies, he's like, "Don't tell Harry." That's because Tom Holland would have changed him to get rid of the Goblin
And that's
serum.
another thing. Like they took those little touches of their acting,
Yes,
and used them
mm-hmm.
to make this work.
And that's how they handpicked the villains.
Yeah.
Like even Lizard guy, Rhys Ifans.
Well, it's like so you have
He
this.
saved Peter
You
from
have
falling off
you
the
have
building.
Norman Osborn. His one of his last words is, "Oh," and then he gets pinned. And,
And then he
"Don't
says,
tell
"Don't
Harry."
tell Harry,"
You have
and then
Doc
dies.
Ock who sacrifices himself and goes into the river with the machine. You have Sandman that just kind of phases off into nothing, even though he gets forgiveness from Toby.
Yeah.
You have Lizard. That
Who saved Peter from falling off
who
the
saved
building
Peter from falling off the building.
before he got taken to jail?
You have Electro. What did Electro do? I actually don't remember.
He's like the only one that is kind of like the missed out, because at the end of No Way Home they take away his powers. And in TASM 2, he gets overloaded and just...
But either way, when you think about it, if you could take those last few seconds of each of those characters, break them off from their movies, watch No Way Home, and then watch every single one of those endings after, it's like...
It's closure to
now
the
you
legacy of
now
these
you
characters.
understand why they did that in the first place.
Yeah.
And
It's
you
so
understand
good.
how the filmmakers made this work
Yeah.
with No Way Home. And that's why No Way Home is the best.
Yes.
Because it honors the Tom Holland trilogy, it honors the legacy of Spider-Man, it honors the previous movies before it, the previous villains, and just provides closure that you need. That's why, and that's another reason why I'm happy that the new Spider-Man movie is called Brand New Day.
Yeah.
It feels like you're starting fresh because now Tom's Peter is forgotten. Nobody knows who he is. He's Spider-Man.
Starting from scratch.
He's starting from scratch. He's got his own place. He's got a new job. He's got
his homemade suit.
His
that he
homemade
made.
suit. He's got his own life, his own separate life now to be that street level Spider-Man that we've been waiting for a while.
So let's get into Brand New Day. We talked about the other movies. So Brand New Day, we've talked periodically in the podcast if you've been listening. So Punisher's in it. Hulk is in it. They still technically don't have a villain because Mr. Negative has apparently been not announced to be in this anymore.
According to a source that I have, Mr. Negative will not be in this movie.
Yeah, I think that doesn't necessarily mean we won't get Martin Lee.
It doesn't mean we won't get Martin Lee.
We just won't get his Mr. Negative persona.
Yeah. I think as from what I've heard that Mr. Negative is not in the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't say Martin Lee.
Yeah.
So Mr. Negative is not in the movie.
Yes.
Hulk is, and he won't be Smart Hulk. He
Yes.
will be, but then he won't be.
He will turn into Savage Hulk
Yes.
because of stuff. That's still going to be interesting how they do that, and it kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But I think, honestly, thinking about it, having Punisher in this movie not only is going to be fun to see him and Peter like have that dynamic that they have in the comics, but also I do think Punisher would be that asshole dickhead of a character to make Hulk rage out so much that he becomes savage. Because, like, you've seen Daredevil Season 2 and how Punisher is
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the Punisher show yet, right?
Not yet.
No,
I
yeah.
gotta
So you
watch
haven't
it.
seen him there, and you haven't seen him in Born Again. But Frank, I do think he could get Bruce to that limit
Probably.
by himself. I think Punisher might be the secret villain of Brand New Day.
Maybe at first.
Well, yeah, he'll
I don't
probably
know,
come
though.
and help Peter take out Savage Hulk, which I kind of hope they don't take out Savage Hulk, and I think he should be recruited by Doom, and Doom should be making his own team to go up against everybody. I don't know if what's obviously going to happen, but
Because
that would be cool.
You're gonna have Punisher, you're gonna have Hulk, you're gonna have Savage Hulk, you're gonna have Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion is coming.
And you have to take into account, because there hasn't been closure for this yet, you have to take into account that tiny little piece of symbiote that Tom Hardy's Venom left behind.
Mm-hmm. Where's that going to go?
Because
Are they even really going to mention it?
because
I hope so. They
because
have to.
when I thought about this too, it's like Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, seen Peter on the TV.
Mhm.
And it was him and Eddie that were looking for him, right?
Yeah.
So just because they're gone, that little piece is still sentient.
Yeah.
So it's still looking for Peter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to find Peter.
Oh, yeah.
So you think we might get a symbiote suit at
It's-
some point?
It's very possible.
Could it happen in Brand New Day?
And if he gets the symbiote, I think there could be a really cute moment where Frank could be like, oh, so you took costume inspiration from me and went all black, and Peter could be like, shut the fuck up,
really
or something.
call it a cute moment.
And then also, well, I mean, it would be like a
No,
really.
you said
funny,
a cute
but-
moment, and I immediately pictured like that one of those love filters with Peter and like a picture of Peter and Frank, and there's just one of those love filters with all the hearts and
God
shit.
damn it.
I'm like, don't say that shit.
I mean, Frank would love to have the symbiote.
oh, absolutely.
Wait a minute, Frank gets
Wait a
the
minute.
symbiote and becomes Agent Venom? That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I mean, Punisher has gotten the symbiote, but also I think Peter with the symbiote could
could we
take
get
on Savage
could we
Hulk.
get a Venomized Hulk?
Oh, I hope not, because then we're fucked. Nobody can defeat that. We're dead. That's even our universe.
Well, we are getting a reboot, so I mean, I'm just
I guess
kidding.
that's how you do it.
That's how you.
The only
That's how you
thing-
start it.
I think the only character that could stop Venomized Savage Hulk would be Ghost Rider. Because he could pennant stare into Hulk, and Hulk could just, like, cry. But I don't know. But, yeah, Brand New Day is looking to be really, really good. A lot of the practical swinging. Oh, my God, I'm so fucking happy. Because I think the only time we saw that was in TASM.
Yeah.
And that's what TASM did right. The swinging. The swinging in TASM, all of it is great.
The swinging.
The
The
swinging.
sash swinging.
And I'm so glad that we're getting a lot more of that in Brand New Day. Daniel Destin Cretton.
Daniel
Destin
Cretton.
Daniel Cretton. I feel like I always say Daniel first.
You're stupid.
I'm still looking very, I'm very excited to see the hand-to-hand combat that's going to come from that because of Shang-Chi and all of that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very exciting. I'm interested to see how it's going to set up Doomsday. Because I feel like now that it's coming out before Doomsday, you kind of have to set it up.
Yeah.
Not in your main movie, like Fantastic Four, where they had the end credit scene. Do that. Just that. Russo brothers direct the end credit scene, and yeah, we'll be good.
Here's another question. If I can remember what it was, because I just had it, now it's gone.
Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder treason.
So we're getting Punisher in this.
Yes.
Do you think we will see Daredevil in this movie?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think we'll get references to it, because I think Punisher will want to call him... He'll want to call Peter Red, but he already calls Daredevil Red. So I think he'll go like Spidey or, Arachno Boy. He'll make all the jokes.
Okay, yeah.
But Punisher maybe will reference Matt and be like, "Oh, I know a guy,"
Yeah.
Or he'll be like, "Oh, what's with all these heroes and wearing red?" And it'll be something like that. I've also heard that Marvel wants to try and get Kingpin and Spider-Man to go head to head. So maybe we'll see Fisk Tower or something, or references to Fisk. I also am interested to see how Thunderbolts will connect all of this, because Sentry put the whole city into a void. Is Spider-Man Brand New Day going to touch on that? I know that Born Again 2 is not going to. They've said that. But will Brand New Day touch on it? Because that's a huge moment that happened in the Marvel Universe recently that they kind of should mention somewhere. And if it's not going to be in Daredevil, it must be in Brand New Day.
I mean, if the Netflix shows reference the Battle of New York, I think they will. I
hope
think
so.
they will reference what happened in Thunderbolts.
Because that's a huge moment.
If they reference the Battle of New York in Daredevil Season 1...
Will that be the reason Hulk goes savage? Because he was stuck in the void seeing all of his traumatic past.
I don't
And it makes
know.
him snap?
I don't know.
It'll be interesting because technically Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, we saw from She-Hulk, has a place in New Mexico. His little lab.
Yeah.
Where he became Smart Hulk. Right? New Mexico? Or is it...
It might have been Old Mexico.
That old one. But
Formerly
it's going to
known
be
as
very,
Mexico.
very interesting to see where Brand New Day goes. But everything is looking up Spider-Man. So now, I'm going to ask... we're going to end this on one last final Spider-Man question. What, we're not going to rank them, but maybe we'll do top 3. Just back and forth. The best Spider-Man suit.
Does the Brand New Day
I
suit
was gonna
count?
just get there. I was gonna say the Brand New Day suit counts, but I'm thinking no, because we technically have not seen it in action yet. It is not covered in CGI like it might be a little bit, and also I think that realistically is the best one. So I'm gonna say, excluding Brand New Day, from the ones we have seen, what is the top 3 best suits? Because I think I have my answer.
I think number 3 is... Toby's.
Okay.
Number 2 is Andrew's.
With the TASM 2.
From TASM 2.
The white eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And number 1... All right. This is going to sound like a cheat, but I'm doing it anyway. Number 1 is the Spider-Man suit from the
God
end
damn it, of No Way Home.
of No Way Home.
The final swing
From
suit.
the end.
I'll let you have that.
Because technically it's not the Brand New Day suit. It might be, but
it might be, but it might not be.
But
Okay, I'll let you have
it. It was in the movie. It's in a movie that has come out.
Okay, all right. I'll let you have that one. I'm not going to add that one to my list, but that's a good pick. I do
The
like
one
that.
at the very, very end. You don't see it that much.
Yeah.
But you take one. That's Spider-Man.
Yes. I'm going to go number 3, the black and red suit from the end of Far From Home. I really like the
that's a
black and
good
red.
one.
It's so good. That's the skin I used most in the Spider-Man game.
I forgot about that one, yeah.
It's so good. I don't know what it is about it. I just like the black and the red.
Black.
So that's my number 3. My number 2 is going to be the TASM 2 suit. And my number 1 is going to be the black symbiote suit from Tobey's Spider-Man 3. I think Tobey's suit is regular. I think his regular suit is good, but I think the black...
the black one does look good.
So with the raised webbing and the gray eyes, and the first time you see it, where am I? Beep, 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 beep. Dude, the suit came with its own theme song. That's the only suit that has its own theme song. How are you not going to put that at number 1?
That's true.
It comes with an entire orchestra built into it.
Yeah, he really looked down at his chest and he just saw this tiny
little band right in his chest, right in the emblem.
Little people, big world.
And with that, we're gonna end this Spider-Man centric episode. Unless there's something else you want to talk about.
I just want to say one thing. Like, what do you guys think? Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Who's your favorite Peter Parker? Which movie is your favorite? Which movie is your least favorite? What's your favorite suit? What's your least favorite suit? Are you excited for Brand New Day? I'm sure you are. For any Spider-Man fan or any Marvel fan is definitely excited for Brand New Day. Because that's the next movie we're getting.
Yeah, and that's still not till like what, next summer?
July of 26. Yes.
That's a while without a Marvel movie.
But it's going to be worth it though.
Yes. So yeah, answer those questions. Do the things.
With
do
that,
the stuff.
With that, you want to close this out?
Yes, I'm going to close this out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Two Peas in a Podcast. We love you guys, and thank you for coming back every week. If you're new here, we do this pretty much every week on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk nerdy stuff, Marvel and DC, and we do a little bit of video games and other random TV and media. So give us a follow on Spotify. You can go follow us on Instagram, Fongy Corporation. You can email us any of your comments, questions, or concerns at thefongycorporation@gmail.com. That is THEFONGY corporation@gmail.com. If you have any sort of small business that you would like us to shout out for you, you can DM us on Instagram. You can leave a comment on this episode or any other episode. Or, like I said, you can email us at that email I just gave. Join us next week where we are going to be doing a fast food tier list.
Something completely different from what we just talked about.
But we hope you guys are excited. We love food. You love food. We need food to survive.
Who doesn't love food?
That one guy, remember?
Yeah, Pooh Jones.
He's
that's
dead
right.
now because he died of starvation.
Yeah, Pooh Jones. I remember
Pooh
him.
Jones,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pooh Jones.
But all right, guys. Peace.
Bye.